A look from earlier as the Nets bus arrives at the arena. No doubt this is a club ready to handle this challenge on the road tonight. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Seth Curry has solidified his place in the league. He says, I've just embraced my role no matter where I've been. Growing up with a pops who played 16 years in the NBA and who was never a starter, I looked up to him just as much, if not more, than the All-Stars. I wanted to have a long career just like him. Kevin?
On his way, for sure. David, thanks. And there has, Greg, been some talk within the league about adding a mid-season tournament. What are your thoughts on that possibility?
I mean, with the success of the play-in tournament, which, in full disclosure, I was not for, but love now, I can see why they're considering it.
So the Nets starting five. Mikal Bridges out there with Simmons. Then it's Thomas. And it's Claxton in at the five.
Here we go.
And for the Bulls, DeRozan and Williams are the forwards. Levine is out there at Patrick Beverly. And it's Vucevic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Levine. DeMar DeRozan on the wing. Shoots over Bridges. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Levine.
DeRozan has every shot, but that mid-range, yeah, that's his bread and butter.
Outside Thomas. Shoots from 14. No good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. DeRozan passes to Levine. He kicks it to Beverly. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Beverly with a screen on Thomas. And the basket by DeRozan. DeRozan's got his second basket of the game.
With the jumper, DeRozan is efficient. You really can't afford to let him get shots lined up.
You know, Greg, some guys are late bloomers, but DeRozan, he was just the opposite.
Yeah, reports are he had handles at age 3. First dunk came in the 6th grade. 5-star high school prospect, and in a strange way, he's still an underrated superstar.
Now here's Levine. His last outing, he had 18 points. Vucevic setting the pick for DeRozan. And Vucevic throws it down.
And DeRozan has done an amazing job improving his playmaking skills, including finding his open teammates.
Here's Thomas. Bridges inside. Vucevic on him. For Chicago, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Now here's DeRozan. Defense right on him. At this time, his first miss in 3 attempts from the field. Simmons looking around. Here's Dinwiddie. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Beverly dishes to Levine. That shot off the mark. Bridges with some nice defense. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now, here's DeRozan, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Beverly wide open. No good with the triple.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And that pass-first nature of Simmons, outstanding at understanding when his teammates are open.
Vucevic a screen on Bridges. There's the pass to Vucevic. Back to DeRozan. Vucevic setting the pick for DeRozan. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Well, I played for the New Jersey Nets, and look, they made that move across the Hudson back in 2012, relocating to Brooklyn, which I think was the right move.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
I like everything he's doing so far offensively, finding his spots, making strong selections.
And the Bulls decide to take their first time out here. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Then for the Nets, O'Neal's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Mikal Bridges. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Thomas. And well over a decade in Brooklyn for the Nets. Richard, what kind of impact has that move had on the franchise?
Well, look, it's been great. The arena is fantastic. The fan base is growing. And more importantly, their ability to attract top-tier free agents like KD and Kyrie. They do not join the Nets if they're still in Jersey.
Now, here's Dosunmu. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Bradley sets the pick for White. Back to Bradley. Unloads from 9. Count the basket.
It's so smooth in the pick and roll. Love seeing White there with the right pass.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. 1:24 left to play here in the first. No good with the layup. And so White will bring it up for Chicago. Caruso, the pass to Dosunmu. And that one, good.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Here's Finney-Smith, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Dinwiddie outside, 5 to shoot. Pass to Finney-Smith. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Chicago leading by 4. White left side. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Caruso. They get it back.
And that's 280 pounds crashing the glass. Drummond bullying his way there on that second chance bucket.
Now here's Simmons. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Finney-Smith can't get it to go. Outside, White. Drummond with a screen on Harris. White. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We come back right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Chicago. Nets trail by 6. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Bridges. Also Johnson out there. And it's Curry in at the 2 spot. Bridges kicks to Johnson. Clock at 6. Back to Bridges. Pass to Dinwiddie. It's Curry outside. No good there. Now Chicago takes it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, it looked like they were settling out there, not moving the ball enough to generate the type of shots that they wanted. And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Johnson outside, takes the 3. Chicago grabs the miss.
And then they continue to control the glass.
Pass to Dosunmu. For 3, Levine. Dinwiddie with the rebound. Nets trail by 8.
And what makes Chicago tricky to defend, Kevin, they just have such a balanced attack. They can score in the paint from mid-range or hurt you from deep.
Now, here's Johnson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. That one falls.
Hard work pays off with a rebound and a bucket. That's just great fundamentals.
Here's Levine. The pass to Dosunmu. Outside, Levine. Vucevic setting the pick for Levine. He dishes it to Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
Great screen by Levine. Better IQ knowing how to roll to the basket.
You know, as the Bulls have become a more veteran team, Greg, it feels like they've settled into what they do well.
And you need a strong identity to be successful in this league. Chicago is building towards that, but it does take time.
Now here's Levine. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Pass to DeRozan. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
Using his athleticism to beat the contact. DeRozan refuses to be held back.
Here's Dinwiddie. 9 points last game out. To the inside. And Johnson with the stop.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Now here's Dosunmu. Dinwiddie covering. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Chicago shooting their first free throw of the game here. Some changes for Chicago. Williams comes in for Derek Jones. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Levine. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Thomas checked in for Dinwiddie. The free throw drops for Dosunmu. Richard, you played before and after the emergence of social media. How does that affect, in your opinion, the players these days in that very uncharted world?
Well, it's a beautiful thing because players now understand that they are a brand. Social media has helped them build a brand, and so now you have the ability to connect with your fans in a positive way. And for me, that is a great thing for this league because the players are doing a great job with it.
But you'd probably agree, you got to use it correctly and not stray into the dark side, right?
Yeah, no, stay away from the dark side.
Now here's Curry following the miss by DeRozan. Pass to Johnson. Kicks it to Thomas. No good that time. Great D that time from Vucevic.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. Now we see more and more top prospects bypass college or even leave high school early to make 6 figures playing for G League Ignite. For many years, going pro at such a young age was something we only saw abroad, but that reality is now here. Kevin?
I like it too, David. The landscape is shifting, and I think for the better. Thank you for the report. Here's Curry with the 3. The shot comes out, so the Bulls will take it the other way. We've got 1:23 left in the first half of basketball.
Undrafted coming out of college in 2013, Seth Curry only played 48 games in his first 3 seasons, spending most of the time destroying the G League.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Nets. 11-point game. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Now here's Curry. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Curry against Beverley. Here's Dosunmu. Off target from 3-point range. Nets trail by 11. Curry with it. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Outside Thomas. Jacks up a 3. The shot misses. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Looking to end his cold spell, and it's laid up and in by DeRozan. DeRozan's got the lead up to 13 now for Chicago. Now Thomas. Launches a 3. No good that time. And so it's Chicago, looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Back to the action in just a minute.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule. How far down the road would you guys look on the schedule over the course of a season?
Straight to the playoff, man. I was focused on the long game.
The long game?
Shifting our focus, how about DeMar DeRozan tonight? Asserting himself. Man, he's just playing great.
He's been very, very good in the first half. I like his aggressiveness mindset, the shot selection. He's got it working.
And as good as he's been so far, we know he can shift into a higher gear.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through two quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Williams and Vucevic hold down the post for him. The wings set for him, LaVine and DeRozan. And it's Beverly in at the one spot. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Thomas, no luck.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Most losing teams, Greg, are looking to rebuild, look to the future, but not in Chicago.
Yeah, their idea to turn it around was to get all-stars. Trading for Vooch in 21 during a losing season, then signing DeMar as a free agent. That's a refreshing approach.
And it's DeRozan missing. Nets trail by 13. And there's Bridges on the assist by Thomas. Bridges has got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Nets. Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
This team needed a spark, and boy, did they get one with that incredible attack at the rim.
Vucevic is screen on Bridges. Passes to Vucevic. Over Claxton. And it's Vucevic missing.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's DeRozan. That one goes in. DeRozan's got 12.
As pure of a scorer as you will find in this league, DeRozan finds a way to just score points night in, night out.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Williams against Simmons. Back to Dinwiddie. From outside, off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
LaVine sets the screen for Beverly. Pulls it from 20. And it's DeRozan missing.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Bridges outside. Dinwiddie finds Simmons. From deep. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Dinwiddie.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Chicago calls timeout. And the Bulls will go for a different look here. Drummond's checked in for Vucevic. Bradley comes in for Williams. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's White in for Patrick Beverly. The Nets also changing it up. O'Neal's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Bridges. And Harris subbed in for Thomas. Little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Caruso. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. It's sent back down by Simmons.
An excellent defender, whether Simmons is in the post or roaming the perimeter. He's a shot-blocking threat.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Great Ben Simmons, one of 4 players in the entire history of the NBA to average at least 7 rebounds and 7 assists per game through his first 4 seasons.
Think about it, joining Magic Johnson, Oscar Robinson, and Luka Doncic. That is some pretty elite-level company.
And the second free throw, good. And Ben Simmons, the epitome of a point forward.
He passes it well and plays huge for a guard at 6'11". It's crazy. It is very rare to see a player of his size with his skill set.
They get it back, and that one is good. Drummond's got his second bucket of the night.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
To the middle, here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And no issues getting up for Simmons. An emphatic 2 points from the Australian.
And White kicks to Levine. And here's White. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here he goes. And White with the stuff.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Now here's White. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. In recent years, the NBA has opened several international academies. Commissioner Adam Silver says huge numbers of people are playing basketball, but unless you take the best at a young age, get them facing elite competition and training under high-pressure circumstances, they won't develop into NBA-caliber players. Kevin?
Well, opening doors, David, that's always a good thing. Expansion. Thank you. Now, here's Caruso. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. 1:33 left in the third quarter. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Outside, Simmons. Dishes it to Curry. Shoots over Caruso, and again, no good by Brooklyn. Chicago leading by 11. Now the pass to Drummond. Pass to White.
And no question, Kobe White can shoot it. How about the accuracy as well?
That might be underselling his ability, especially beyond the arc. He once set a franchise record with 7 threes in a single quarter.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Bulls. And that one falls for White.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Bulls. Dosunmu comes in for Zach LaVine, and a change for the Nets. Johnson's checked in. And both free throws good for White.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Curry, and there's the drive. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Nets have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Free throw good by Curry. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 46 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Now here's White. Bradley is screen on Harris. White with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. Here's Dosunmu. Just 5 to shoot. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Nets. They trail by 11. Harris kicks to Curry. Back to Harris. Outside Curry for 3. And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Not just playing selflessly, but also making a smart decision with the ball.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Thomas. Johnson is out there with Bridges, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 1. Here's DeRozan. Made that one as his 7th of the contest, 7 for 15 from the floor.
The closer DeRozan gets, the more dangerous he is. That's fantastic work inside.
Thomas deciding where to go with it. Dinwiddie outside. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Now, here's DeRozan. Jones with the screen on Bridges from about 19 feet. It's hauled in by Claxton. Nets trail by 11. Bridges passes to Dinwiddie. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Johnson dishes to Thomas. Vucevic with the block.
Well timed by Vucevic. Not a center who piles up blocks, but this guy picks his spots.
Passes it to Dosunmu. The pass to Jones. Outside DeRozan. This one for 3. That doesn't go either for DeRozan. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting a low 30% mark from the field. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Dosunmu.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Spencer Dinwiddie taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. One of the biggest changes in the NBA since I started broadcasting back in the early 80s, player movement, Richard. Guys switching teams all the time. Is that a good thing or a bad thing for the NBA?
I think for players, it's great because you have more mobility. You have a chance to change your environment and revitalize you. For the fans, I understand. Probably not so much because really they connect to these players, especially when you draft them or they're part of an epic year or a championship. You just hate to see those players go. So there's 2 sides to it.
And I bet as a player, knowing you as I do, you probably enjoy the challenge of trying to reassert yourself, find out where you could best help your new team.
Yes, and you enjoy your new role. I've been in roles where I was expected to be a leading scorer. I've also been in a role where I was expected to mentor Kawhi Leonard, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Harrison Barnes. All those guys were drafted at my time in Golden State.
we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Thanks, David. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Levine finds DeRozan. Back to Levine. Williams has a screen for Levine. And again, Chicago. No good.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's DeRozan, and that comes off the assist by Levine. Levine's got 3 assists tonight.
Showing off those playmaking skills, Levine keeps his head up, makes the easy play.
Here's Claxton. Dinwiddie with it. Pass to Claxton. 6 to shoot. Here's Simmons. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. The Bulls leading by 11. Outside, Levine. Pass to DeRozan. Vucevic a screen on Bridges. Here's DeRozan. Banked in off the glass.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
And here's Thomas, who brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Looking to get it going. A shot missing. Nice D from Levine. DeRozan against Bridges. DeRozan scanning the floor. No good with the elbow jumper. Nets trail by 13. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Thomas. And again, it's the Nets missing. Chicago has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. DeRozan, and he uses the glass on the layup. DeRozan's got 8 here in the quarter.
He's been doing that since he first came into the league. DeRozan, his ability to get to the rack at will is unmatched.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're down by 15. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Curry's checked in for Brooklyn. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Dinwiddie. To the paint. Here's Claxton. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Levine kicks to Beverly. DeRozan against Bridges. Outside DeRozan. Clock at 4. From deep three-point range. Another miss by DeRozan.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Now here's Dinwiddie. A shot's good from Claxton.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
It's a shame, really. If they've been playing like this last quarter, they might be in a different situation right now.
They got a chance to cut the deficit to within 10. Bridges passes to Dinwiddie. Back to Bridges. They set the pick. Throws it up high. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. On the wing, Levine, guarded by Curry. On the wing, Levine. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thanks very much, Zach. There's been some tough losses of late, but tonight you got the win. How resilient is your group?
You got to be a pro.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.